some perfumes have immense amounts of hype around them. People act like this perfume is just the greatest thing that was ever released on the earth. So, a lot of the times, if there's a lot of hype around certain fragrances, people are disappointed because they think it's going to be something way more than it is. Other times, the product actually lives up to the hype, so it kind of depends on the product itself. So, in this video, I'm going to go over some common fragrances that have historically had a lot of hype behind them, and I'll discuss whether or not they're actually worth all that excitement. So, starting with a very popular and modern option is La Vie est Belle. This is by Laurent, it's a brand that's been around for a long time, French brand. You've probably heard of this fragrance before because it's so hyped up, so popular, and it has many good reasons to be so popular. This is probably one of the most feminine, most just kind of lively feminine fragrances on the market at the moment. Modern, it's very unique. It's primarily a gourmand fragrance, very sweet, kind of food-related fragrance. It has notes of praline, which is like this caramely, sugary food. And it also has many fruit notes, some floral notes, but overall it's very, very sweet. And because of all that sweetness, it's super feminine. Probably one of the most feminine fragrances I've come across so far. And it's just unique. I haven't come across, I don't think, a fragrance that smells like La Vie est Belle yet. So that's definitely a good option. I think for the type of fragrance that it is, that it definitely lives up to the hype. I think most women will enjoy it. Even men will enjoy smelling it on women. Just very of its time. It's very, very modern. It's definitely, I think, what most people want from a feminine perfume these days. So, good option in my opinion. Then, another modern option is Versace Bright Crystal. So this, you can see on the inside, this is kind of similar to La Vie est Belle. If you look this up on any website that sells this perfume, there will be hundreds, if not thousands, of reviews for this particular fragrance because it's so popular. People, I guess, go crazy for it. And the good news is that it's affordable. A lot of perfumes are hundreds of dollars and they're hard to get, but this is like $50-ish, so much easier to get, much more accessible and easier for people to enjoy. And it has, again, it's a very agreeable fragrance. It has fruity notes, it has some icy notes, it has a little bit of musk. In general, it's a sweet, not as sugary sweet as La Vie est Belle. That's more like foody, sugary. This is more natural, like kind of fresh fruit on a cold morning sort of thing. But it still has that natural fruit sweetness. Very pleasant. I can't imagine anyone smelling it and not liking it because it's more natural, lighter, more kind of summery or springtime-esque sort of thing. So I would also say that lives up to the hype because for that particular type of perfume, which is like for the daytime and like light casual environments, that's perfect for what it is because it's perfect for that. Then another one is Black Opium by Yves Saint Laurent. And the thing with this, so there's some mixed reviews regarding this one in particular because it does have that gourmand, that super sugary approach. It also has some unique notes of coffee, cedarwood, orange blossom, patchouli, that sort of thing. But primarily it's very, very sweet and very, very strong. Some people might not like that. Like for me personally, it's not my cup of tea. And it's often used as a clubbing fragrance for women. So wearing it casually, like the other two on this list, it won't work out as well. It's just very powerful, so it's not going to be good for all environments. And some people just might not like its vibe. But if you do like that really strong, sugary, heavy sort of fragrance profile, then Black Opium would be a very good choice. It's similar to La Vie est Belle, super modern. The sweetness between La Vie est Belle and Black Opium is that La Vie est Belle has a more innocent approach, more feminine, more lighter, and Black Opium is heavier, and that coffee note kind of gives it a different, little bit kind of sharp vibe, and mixed in with the sweetness. So it's just a different kind of personality thing. So does it live up to the hype? It kind of depends on what you're hyped about, you know? If you're expecting one thing and it's another, then you're gonna be disappointed, but if you like that type of fragrance, then it should live up to the hype. So then, 2 small samples that I have. Let's see. This is Miss Dior, and this is Baccarat Rouge 540. So both these have had a lot of hype around them since they came out, so several years. And I'll talk about Miss Dior first because it's had many formulations. I do not have Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet, but that is the most popular rendition of Miss Dior. Pretty much everyone I've heard who has used Blooming Bouquet has loved it. So if you get that, you're probably gonna have a good time. It's probably gonna be delicious. I do not have Blooming Bouquet, I just have the regular Miss Dior from 2021, which I imagine is similar. They're, in general, very, very floral. Just a bunch of florals. Very feminine, sweet, but not as sweet as some of these other ones. More of a natural floral sweetness, kind of nectar sort of thing. And again, it's kind of that springtime light sort of approach. And I really like Miss Dior. It's surprisingly strong for a floral fragrance, surprisingly long lasting, which I like. And it's just a very good all-purpose feminine fragrance. And for that, I think no matter what rendition we're talking about, I think Miss Dior is pretty much always worth the hype. Then Baccarat Rouge 540 also is worth the hype. It's a super ultra luxury fragrance from an ultra luxury French brand, and it's very expensive because of that. Like $200, $300, very expensive, but you're getting this super high quality fragrance. It's a simple fragrance, but it's very unique, very kind of special in this modern world of perfume. Primarily a saffron fragrance with some fir notes and some ambergris. And it does a wonderful job of mixing that kind of spicy, warm saffron with the wood, with the ambergris, creating this slightly sweet, slightly spicy, and very warm fragrance that is very, very strong. I think total it only has 6 notes, but those 6 notes really stick around. Once you put it on, it'll last all day, all evening, easily. So you're getting what you pay for. It's not gonna disappear as soon as you put it on your skin. It's worth the money if you really enjoy perfumes, especially high quality French perfumes like that. So I would say definitely worth the hype. You just have to know what you're getting into if you buy that. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say about these hyped up fragrances. If you have any opinions about them, you can leave those down in the comments below. If you liked the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I make videos throughout the week, so stick around for those.